Hello everyone, this is methlokaiju and they'll be doing a very lengthy, super spoilery video. It has been anticipated and now it's here. Today's video is about the first act of Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I will be detailing it as much as I can. All this information came from my main source in August, to a certain extent the viewer Anna, which is pretty much the same that my source gave me, and a new source I used to update a few things here and there. Keep in mind some minor things could have changed, so don't expect every single detail to be the same, but the absolute majority will. I would also like to thank Pitch Black Darkness on Toho Kingdom. He wrote most of this. I did add some details here and there, but the majority is basically his, so thank you so much, Pitch Black Darkness on Toho Kingdom. I will be doing an Act 2 video very soon, an Act 3 video, and afterwards I'll be compiling all that together to a entire plot summary for all of you who don't want to see one video after another one after another one. So anyhow, let's begin. So movie starts off with a flashback of San Francisco 2014. The movie opens with a POV of Emma Russell, Vera Farmiga, and Mark Russell, Kyle Chandler, searching for their son during the San Francisco battle from the previous movie. We see Godzilla, and they stare at him. We then cut to the present with Emma Russell and daughter Madison Russell, or Millie Bobby Brown. It is established that Emma and Mark have both separated since their son was lost. Emma Russell and Madison Russell, both monarch scientists. I know this is pretty weird that she is the monarch scientist because she's really young. Maybe she's like some prodigy or something. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Anyhow, they investigate an enormous egg inside a temple in China. It soon hatches, giving birth to a larva Mothra, who freaks out due to confusion and webs a couple of soldiers to the temple wall. Emma Russell decides to use a special device her and her ex-husband invented, known as the Orca, to calm the baby Mothra by emitting frequencies that only Titans can respond to. Mothra becomes docile, and we get a scene in the trailer where Madison reaches out to touch her. Eco-terrorists suddenly show up in jets and begin bombing the area. Mothra manages to escape during the confusion and escapes underneath a waterfall, and the terrorists quote-unquote kidnap both Emma and Madison. We see Dr. Sarazawa, Ken Watanabe, Dr. Vivian Graham, Sally Hawkins, and Sam Coleman, which is played by Thomas Middleditch, being questioned at a Senate hearing about whether the military should take over operations at Monarch. We are treated to a comical scene involving footage of the Muto nuzzle scene from the previous film, when suddenly Monarch gets the message of the kidnapping and abruptly leave. Monarch reaches out to Mark Russell, who is now photographing wolves, because he can track the frequencies the eco-terrorists leave behind when using the Orca. He doesn't fully warm up to the organization due to their involvement with Godzilla and the Titans, as he blames Godzilla for his son's death. Chandler is first brought on board and given an iPad-like thing which shows all the files on the Titans. Lots of Easter eggs in this scene, with Chandler flipping through the names of different Titans, including Titanus Kong and Titanus Methuselah, among others, and Hawkins says, quote, "They are everywhere. The US, Japan, Skull Islands." So right off the bat you can tell they are hinting a lot to King Kong. Anyhow, Monarch takes Mark Russell to a secret underwater base called Castle Bravo in Bermuda. It's established Monarch has many facilities all around the world for different Titans still in hibernation. The Bermuda camp is for tracking Godzilla, and it's stated Monarch has been tracking him since he left San Francisco Bay 5 years ago. This is where the Muto head from the Tokyo Comic Con teaser is shown. Monarch detects that Godzilla has suddenly started moving towards the base in Bermuda and is on a collision course. So they activate the shields and the weapons and are counting down to Godzilla coming close. So like 2 minutes, 90 seconds, etc. Chandler tells Watanabe that it isn't a good idea and they should stand down and open the shield to show Godzilla they aren't a threat. Ice Cube Jr. is ready to fire at Godzilla, but Watanabe gives the order to stand down and open the shields. This leads to the scene from the trailer with Godzilla flashing his lights. Everyone is looking at him and then suddenly his lights go off. Middletich says, "Thank God that's over and we survived." And we get a jump scare with Godzilla swimming across the window they're looking at him through, which is what we see in the second trailer. They then trace him and realize his trajectory is taking him to Antarctica. Monarch realizes Godzilla is heading to Antarctica and soon discovers the terrorists are heading to Antarctica as well to free a creature simply called Monster Zero at this point. Their leader is a mysterious man named Jonah Allen, played by Charles Dance, an ex-British Special Forces who grew to resent humanity after all the wars and environmental destruction it's caused. Meanwhile, in Antarctica, the eco-terrorists have set charges to blow Monster Zero out of the ice. Dance instructs Vera to use the orca to figure out the frequency needed to awaken him. Monarch Chopper lands in Antarctica. A team of Monarch soldiers head inside, but they are ambushed and most of them die. Kyle Chandler sees that Vera and Millie Bobby Brown are inside, grabs a gun and heads inside. He faces down Dance just as he's about to blow the charges and tells him to drop the detonator. He then tells Vera and Millie Bobby Brown to head towards him. Both start heading towards Chandler. When they come to the detonator, which Dance has thrown towards Chandler, Vera picks it up, says sorry to Chandler, and presses the button, blowing the ice. Dance, Vera, and the eco-terrorists come out of the base and get into their choppers and head out of there. Millie Bobby Brown is dragged along by Vera. Chandler is escaping as well when he sees that the Monarch soldiers are injured and takes the elevator down to save them. They barely reach the top of the shaft. Monster Zero was underground so far, and get into their own chopper. Before Monarch can take off, Vera activates the orca from a safe distance away, thereby awakening Ghidorah, and we get a great scene of him emerging from below the ice. He knocks Monarch's chopper down and is about to kill them when Godzilla shows up. The first fight begins and Godzilla attempts his atomic breath, but Ghidorah's next move out of the way, dodging it. When Godzilla and Ghidorah are fighting, the chopper is stranded on the ground and is being thrown around during the fights. A chasm opens below the chopper, and the Monarch team tries to escape before the chopper drops into it. Watanabe, Ice Cube Jr., etc. escape. Chandler is trapped underneath wiring. Hawkins, who is about to escape, comes back in to save Chandler. She gets him before the chopper drops into the chasm. Hawkins and Chandler are running back to the rest of the team when one of Ghidorah's heads swoops down and eats Hawkins. The Monarch cavalry arrives in the form of a few jets and a helicarrier, aka what most fans have called a Super X. Godzilla gets knocked into the ocean and Ghidorah takes off, quote unquote, disappearing in a freak tropical storm. So that is the first act, guys. Very detailed. I don't know how long this video is, but anyhow, next insider spoiler video will be on the second act, which is honestly plagued with amazing sequences. Soon I will be compiling all these parts into one video. Please stay tuned for all the parts and the eventual compilation of it all. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment. This is methlokaiju signing out.